Welcome, my name's Luke. This is my first video. I'm going to be watching over some dash cam footage from the UK, the worst country to drive in, absolute joke of a country to drive in, worst roads, worst driving habits, worst Audi, BMW and Mercedes drivers you've ever seen in your life. We're going to be just giving some thoughts and opinions on the clips. I'm going to tell you what I think, what I feel I would have done differently. I'm no expert driver, by no means. I've been driving since 2006. I've only ever driven pretty much like low-powered vehicles, like front-wheel drive vehicles, and I just wanted to really give my thoughts. I'm not an advanced driver. Maybe this will help someone, or maybe this will put a nice spin on the traditional boring dash cam footage videos. Yeah, I might be rewinding a few times, like some old VHS cassette tape, rewind. Probably going to pause this one. So what I'm seeing is we've got a tight... quite a tight bridge tunnel, like a small tunnel bridge section. Look at the obvious things here. We've got pedestrians very close to the road, which is, worrying, is troubling. I'd be nervous walking through this footpath, to be honest, especially when you see the way like these plonkers are driving through this small section. I'm not saying he's speeding or anything, but to me this like looks like it's just slightly sorry to rewind again, slightly excessive. Maybe it's just the camera angle or something, but as the car gets to the traffic lights here, I think that kind of shows that the speed is about just over borderline. It really approaches the lights very quickly there. They come into view very quickly. So I feel like, yeah, this car camera is just a bit too fast for that small, closed off, tight street area there. And then coming across this junction, look, really had to slow down quickly there. The van wasn't looking down the road either. The van wasn't willing to stop and wasn't looking down the road ahead. But maybe this car might have actually come out of this tunnel area, because you've got to think of the light as well. Like you've got bright daylight and then you've got dark tunnel. Maybe this car hasn't got its headlights on. The white van may not have seen this car actually coming out of the tunnel even, because it's like, that contrast of dark and light right there. I think it's just two silly drivers coming across each other at the same time. That's what happens in a lot of these clips, really. So this next one, we're on to the roundabout. We've got a van pulled out ahead, small silver car pulled out ahead, and kind of like a bit of a nothing moment, really. I think scroll it back again, rewind it. From my perspective, I see the van pull out. I'm watching ahead. The van pulls out well within its right. The silver car pulls out, which I think is still, look, there's still a lot of space. So you can't really get the true perspective or depth of field, because, it's just a video. But to me, I see this car is well within its right to pull out on this roundabout at this moment. Like maybe they do kind of pull out a little bit slow. They do pull out a little bit slow. They're obviously a little bit indecisive, maybe, but I think the car camera could have preempted this a little bit better and just backed off ever so slightly. It would have stopped those two cars coming into like the same space at that time, and it would have been a no issue. It totally could have been a no issue from the camera. Just to see it happening, it's like it's there. You see it. You see it's already happening. Like here, you see it, it's already happening. So, and you've got to expect that silver car is going to go, it's going to go like to the first off-road here, like to this first off-road. And I know it doesn't, but it is showing its indicator. So look, you see the indicator here is already showing. So they're changing their trajectory. They're making a maneuver like almost following the white van. There's no reason for this cam car to get up close like that and then start beeping. He could have easily just postponed like their own exit by like half a second or a second, and it would have been fine. We've got another roundabout here. Two cars coming off the roundabout. Left lane is full up. There's a bus. Right lane is clear, so no one's moving on the left lane. And this guy's like really eager to get on with his journey. You see the car on the left, really eager to get on with his journey, not looking to stop. Actually, I just noticed something here as well. If you look at that car in front, it's I don't know if you can see that on the video. It's a small detail. this wing mirror on this car is damaged. That may be their own fault. That may be someone else that's done that, you know. But that is a sign. Like, that right there is a sign that this vehicle ahead is potentially not very what's the word, aware of their like surroundings. You know, they're bumping into stuff. They're smashing their wing mirror. The cam car maybe could have sensed it, like with the obviously not like a psychic or anything, psychic motor driver, like a psychic motorist, like obviously not, but you know, sometimes you can sort of sense like a sixth sense. You can like anticipate the things that's going to happen. Like the driver should already be seeing that this lane is in a standstill. You know, obviously the car on the left should stop, like it shouldn't cut across, and I think it's just like wrong place, wrong time. Like you've got the idiot on the left, and then this cam driver that was maybe not able to see what was happening in front of his eyes, kind of thing. So the next one, we're queued up at the junction here. We've got a van pulling out, taking its time, very casually pulling out, and then the second van also wants to pull out and join. It's almost like a convoy. I think like you can already see that like this is a convoy. These two guys been working on the job site, on their work site together, the building site. They've been working on the building site together. There's, you know, it's such a nothing issue on a 5 p.m. on a Monday. Everyone's had a crappy day, and now look, you've got potential road rage for nothing, absolute nothing. This is pure comical. There's guys popping out of the van everywhere. So unnecessary. So looking on this clip, we've got quite a narrow single lane country road, probably like 60 mile an hour speed limit, I would imagine. Slightly wet conditions, not raining. It looks like it's stopped raining, but you've got puddles here, so there's definitely, you know, not the perfect surface for traction. I wouldn't say the cam car is going overly quick at all. I think it's fair. It's driving at fair speed. Obviously, the car coming the opposite way looks like it's going quite quick. It appears that it's almost getting ready to go on the wrong side of the road quite early on, or it's drifting wide to over the central lines, and they're just, you know, there happens to be a cyclist here. Like I would never want to be a cyclist on UK roads. Never, not ever, never. You couldn't pay me to do it. Whether this car has spotted the cyclist early or not, I'm not sure. I would say that they spotted it at the last minute, because there's a lot of bushes. It's not great vision. It looks like a semi sort of long winding corner where you're not going to see like really far ahead on the horizon. It's going to be obscured a little bit. And yeah, this white car is dangerous, really dangerous, really dangerous. The cam car did well to avoid. It was just unfortunate that the cam car had to meet that white car at that moment. I feel sorry for the cyclist as well, even though like I don't like them. I wouldn't want to be one. This is obviously very worrying. The car is drifting a lot. It's a late night drive, obviously. The roads are not too busy, which is thankfully not too busy. But with a vehicle like this, if you ever spot anything like this, all I can say to you is, you know, have a quick laugh. Yeah, it's quite funny, haha, but move away. Stay clear. Stay well clear. Don't instantly try and overtake a car like this, because if I just rewind, you can see how quickly this car is able to go from this. Look, straying to the left here. Look how easily it can stray to the left. If you're attempting to make your pass here on the right, it could just as easily be straying to the right as you're doing your maneuver. Like you have to be so cautious. It's just, I would hang back, and then I would even hang back a little more from this vehicle. I would not be in a hurry to get around it, especially it's in the middle lane as well. Like that's the worst place it could be. Suburbs, like slow. Oh, This is awful. This is truly awful, because when you look around on this clip, we've got parked cars. There's a bus stop, so there could be a massive obstacle, an immovable obstacle known as the 242 from Tamworth Town Centre. I don't know where this is on the UK. I'm just making it up, but you know, buses are big. You don't want to get caught hitting a bus or getting hit by a bus. You've also got signs for schools here. You've got school signs, so there are potentially children. And yeah, this is just maximum recklessness. The silver car, the punishments are not severe enough for people who drive like this. There's no excuse. It's you know, there could be a seriously fatal accident, and all that person is doing is just desperately trying to get to KFC before their order gets cold. First car pulls out of the junction. The second car pulls out fairly leisurely, but there is so much time, like, from this point, you know, there, you've spotted it, you know it's happening, you can see that, sorry to back up again, you can see very early on this car is not going to stop. So here it's coming into your lane at this point. It's a black BMW. It has a reputation. Like, it precedes its own reputation, if that's the right way. All the cam car would need to do is just back off slightly. Just back off for half a second, or maybe a second, and there's enough room. There's enough room, and this becomes a nothing incident. But because this cam car is, you know, having to drop a gear and beep its horn as a priority, you know, it's made a deal out of something out of nothing. Bit of a strange one. All I can say is, at least the cam car reacts, like audibly reacts, as if they didn't notice the van, you know, changing direction. But the van does have its indicators. It does. You can see it's already, indicators are already illuminated. It's already, so, you know, it's already showing that it wants to change direction. So there is absolutely no reason to try and force. Thankfully, the cam car doesn't, but there's no reason to try and force into this space here ahead. And if you're driving this cam car, you are looking right, and you're looking left, and you're looking left, and you're looking right, for example. So you probably, I know you wouldn't expect this situation, but you've got signs that, you know, it's not like it just appears out of thin air. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, it's unexpected and kind of annoying, but as long as you spotted it and you're aware, it's obvious what was happening, you would just give the space and let the van make the maneuver it needs to, and then there's no issue. What have we got here? Someone pulling out of a junction. This is like really low quality video, but you can see like the cam car is already going slow. It makes no difference just if they had to stop. Like, I know people hate stopping for some reason. People just hate stopping, but it's already there. Like, it's already in front of you. The situation is already in front of you. Just at that point, like even at that point, it makes no extra time to your journey. Look, you can see it here. The car is already coming out, so, you know, just give them a benefit of the doubt. Let them have the lane. Let them go ahead. It's no problem. I tell you, I see this all the time on the road, and from the camera's point, and I think, from my observation of the cameras, like, mindset behind this is purely, I don't want to stop my car. I don't want to brake and go down the gears. I'm pretty sure that's all it is. Not great lane positioning there as well, if you look, as he goes on, as the guy moves on here. Unless he's driving like a wide military vehicle, like, I don't know, maybe the camera's not positioned like central, but yeah, this guy's not got very good lane. Not very good lane positioning. Neither's the car in front, really, but I guess, I don't know, it doesn't matter. They both go, the two lanes are like, oh, there is more to this clip. That's interesting. Now, there is more to this clip. That was the car that he didn't let out. So he didn't let. That's what I mean. Like, this is like two egos colliding at the same place, all because they didn't get one didn't get their way. Actually, looking back at this, that would explain the crappy lane as well. Sorry to rewind too far. I went a bit too far. This whole situation. So he didn't let the car out. The car then joined behind. So that's where it should have ended. Like, really, that there should be nothing else after this. But then, as I said about the lane discipline for this vehicle, that does make sense now, because this guy in the cam, he's looking in his rear view. He's looking in his rear view. He's looking in the wing mirrors. He's making a look, and even the speed picks up. Do you see that? Even the speed picks up. You can see it. Look, watch. Even the speed picks up. Catches up with the Polo in front, or whatever that is, the Swift, or whatever this thing is in front. And it's because he saw this vehicle approaching, like, aggressively, obviously, unnecessarily, obviously. This is two really, really arrogant drivers. Like, this point, you just back out. You just don't get involved in things like this. Like, this situation is not good for anybody. He does back out. Reluctantly, he backs out, and that's it. That's where it should end. But it should have been dealt with a long time before that. If he did just let the vehicle come out in the first place, Two arrogant drivers. No, this is unusual. Like, this is really. I'll tell you another thing, right, about UK driving. There's some weird thing that people have a sense of control on the roads, and they like to dictate when other people have to stop or when other people should slow down. I think what's happening here is this. I'm going to say it's either what I just described from the black car coming across the junction, or whatever this thing is doing. It's either a case of this car is a control freak, or they don't have very good control over their vehicle, because if they're coming across here, you would have thought that they would have given it a bit more speed, right? It doesn't look fast. I think it's just a bad maneuver. Actually, it's a bad maneuver. They get to the central point and they notice there's not enough room, so they're thinking about stopping, and then they go, and I don't know. Really, really strange. But then the camera, like, you have to see it from the other person's side as well. The cam car. Look how much time this cam car has. And this cam car speeded up as well. It's funny because sometimes they leave the speed showing on display. So this car's traveling 28 mile an hour, 29 mile an hour, 30 mile an hour. I know it's slightly delayed, right? I think it's just two arrogant drivers meet the same piece of tarmac. It happens all the time. This is not good. There's a guy with a horse and a cart. This is, you can see the quality is not great, but you can see it's raining. It's a steep. It's like it's a steep. I'm pretty sure that's a steep road. We're going uphill right now. There's not much runoff on the left side. You've got wet surface tarmac. That is a poor overtake by that silver vehicle coming down the hill there. That was very, very irresponsible. It was just unfortunate the cam happened to be, crossing the path of that vehicle. So we're looking at this clip here. Cars traveling 28 mile an hour, which is fine. You can see, it is really annoying when you come across cars that are just blocking your lane from flowing freely, this this white car was fully capable of waiting till both lanes were clear, but apparently for some reason in the UK there's this like horrible driving habit where if your like close lane is clear, then you're well entitled to put your car across it until someone lets you out like on the unclear side of the road. It's like such a shit driving habit that you see every day on the roads in the UK. Also, I just noticed this is a driving school, and I don't know if it's an instructor, it's an AA driving school car we're watching the perspective of. Like maybe this person could have like, you know, just like, are they slowing down at this point? They should be. And maybe like, I don't know, giving the car the benefit of the doubt, the white car, giving it the opportunity to pull out here, flash the I know you're not supposed to flash the headlights, but you know, it's give them some kind of signal that you're slowing down. Yeah, it's kind of nothing. It's really nothing. This one, it's really nothing. Apart from the AA vehicle that we're watching got a little close to the white car. Could have just, you know, it could have made that stopping maneuver just a bit further away from the white car. There's no need to get that close to it.